So I'm sharing my notes with you all today in hopes that whoever it may find, it may help dearly. I look at film of myself and I say, what advice would I give myself? Instantly, I think to myself, one, stop mistaking attention for love. Because when you do this, you are assigning people roles they never chose, they never signed up for, they never applied for. This dynamic goes across every relationship I can imagine, beginning with parenting, relationships, marital, work related, and so on, business relationships. Just a personal relationship with himself. Stop mistaking attention for love. And even if that is nowhere the case, just simply stop assigning people roles they never asked for. You classified them as that. This is my homeboy. This is my homegirl. And also, this is my basketball right here. You've objectified them, the ball and yourself, your own reality, your own existence. You'll boss somebody around. Hey, I need you to do this for me and do that for me. Hey, I'm gonna do this with you, okay? Like, you just tell somebody what you're gonna do with them without even asking them. Hey, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna do this with you. Hey, do that. Like, you just start telling them what you're gonna do with them without asking them, is this okay with them? Stop assigning people roles they never chose, they never asked for, they never signed up for. Let alone some people are in no way even qualified for the role, the unspoken role that you are assigning them. The unspoken role, position, the unspoken position you signed them up for. Because the moment you do this, now you stop seeing the person now. You only see the obligation you want them to accomplish. Respectfully. A person is here for you. They'll do whatever you need them to do. But you can abuse that role as well. Psychologically, once you know that, now you can tamper with that and start, manipulating the idea, which that person begins to feel the exhaustion. You assign them an unspoken position that they in no way assigned for, and then it became a pattern, a habit, where they begin to act that out with you. The moment you do this, you stop seeing who the person is now, and you only see the function that you want them to operate for you. You only see the accomplishment that you want them to perform for you. Here's the hidden problem. A lot of relationships don't break in one moment. They compound. They build up. Situations start to pile up. with some individuals. And that's what you see in relationships. So, the break that happens in some relationships, they break because of silent expectations created amongst individuals, unspoken rules quietly placed on people without agreement. Unspoken rules quietly placed on people without agreement, like psychological behavior pattern. You expect people to show up in a certain way, handle things in a certain way, be something for you, and they never agreed to it. So they feel a burden. When people don't qualify now, and sometimes the truth is, they were never equipped for that role to begin with. You get responsibility without checking capacity nor capability. You expected consistency from someone who's never been consistent. And now you're frustrated, infuriated, intolerated. Not because they failed, but because you expected something they were never built for. Now, even when they do qualify, but here's the deeper truth. Even when someone can handle the role, that doesn't mean they should carry it. Even when someone can handle the role, it no way mean that they should always carry that role, man. It no way means that they should carry it, period. Because capability without choice turns into pressure. Capability without choice turns into pressure. And pressure without appreciation turns into resentment. Why am I doing this to begin with? So now you've taken a strong person and you turned them into someone who feels used and obligated to perform for you. The damage. This is how relationships slowly break. People stop feeling like people. And start feeling like responsibilities. like their value is tied to what value they can provide for another individual. Start feeling your value is only tied to what you can perform for that person, to what they can do, not who they are. A child with a parent don't feel valued for who they are, but for what they can do. So the love becomes conditional. And when this happens, they don't always argue. People withdraw. And this is the shift. So instead of assigning roles to people, instead of assigning people roles, they in no way chose, signed up for, applied for, asked for, requested, knocked on your door and said, hey, you got a role I can play in your life? Start having conversations and asking individuals, people, groups, companies, corporations, LLCs, or however you want to go about your business. Ask, what are you actually willing to carry? And ask yourself the same question. What am I actually willing to carry? What am I actually capable of sustaining? What are you actually capable of sustaining? Because relationships aren't built on assumptions. Relationships are in no way built on assumptions. Relationships are built on agreement. Relationships are built on agreement in full capacity, head on, full on. So if it wasn't discussed amongst individuals, amongst parties, if information wasn't discussed, it should not be expected. If expectations were not discussed, then those exact very same expectations should in no way be expected. Respectfully. Clarity, zero ambiguity, perfectly, authentically. If it wasn't chosen by an individual, it should no way be forced. If the role wasn't chosen, it shouldn't be forced. Because the fastest way to lose someone is to make them feel like a function instead of a human being. As if they even matter. A role forced is a lost connection. A role forced on the individual is a lost connection with you and that individual. A role chosen with you and that individual or parties is a relationship built with you and those parties. A road chosen is a relationship built. A road forced is a connection lost. A road chosen is a relationship built. So my question to all of you, have you ever been something you never chose to? Or you haven't ever agreed to? Have you ever been someone or somebody? Have you ever been expected to be something? Have you ever been expected to be someone or somebody? Have you ever been expected? It's the key question. Have you ever been expected to be someone or somebody you have never agreed to? Without choice. You never agreed to be that person. And most of you showed up anyway. The heroes and the she-ros of the day. And you still got the job done anyway. To those people, salute you. Great job, man. That's a task right there. Respect. But I'm saying, man, so just some relationship truths. Someone who values you doesn't require you. Doesn't require reminders to show it. Someone who values you doesn't require reminders to show you that they value you. Someone who values you truly, and no one needs reminders to value you, bro. Sis. Remember that. Someone who truly values you in no way require reminders to value you. Innately, they will value you, with no question. Interest that's real doesn't need to be negotiated. Interest, if a person's really interested in you, the interest is, it needs to be negotiated. The interest is real, it'll show up there. Interest that's real. You don't need to go negotiate your interest with a person or their interest in you. Interest that's real, it needs to be negotiated. You shouldn't have to convince someone to communicate with you. You shouldn't have to convince someone to communicate with you. Mutual effort feels natural. Mutual effort feels natural. It flows. Mutual effort feels natural. You don't know I need to mention it. When someone is excited about you, you won't feel like a burden. When someone is excited about you, you will in no way feel like a burden to any individual at all. When someone is excited about you, you won't feel like a burden. Silence reveals priorities louder than words. Silence reveals priorities louder than words. A person can tell you a bunch of words, but the silence is going to reveal the truth. The actions, the results. If they want access to you, they create access. If a person wants to access you, if they want access to you, they create access. The more you chase clarity, the less clear you become to them. The more you chase clarity from that person, the more you can become unclear to them. Neediness, being needy, repels faster than distance. The moment you become needy to a person, they're going to repel faster than any distance you can imagine. Pulling back reveals more than pushing forward. Pulling back reveals more than pushing forward. You lose leverage the moment you overcommit without reciprocity, bro. Sis, family. You lose leverage the moment you overcommit without reciprocity. You're losing leverage every moment you are committing without reciprocity. The one trying to lock it in too early usually loses it. The one trying to lock it in too early usually loses it. What you tolerate teaches people how to treat you. What you tolerate teaches people how to treat you. Consistency beats intensity every time. Just be consistent. Consistency beats the intensity every time. If it drains you to maintain, it's not aligned. If it drains you to maintain, it's not aligned, bro. Sis, family. You don't need more effort. You need better alignment. You don't need more effort. You need better alignment, bro, sis, family. You don't need more effort. You need better alignment. Respect yourself enough to notice patterns, not promises. Look at these patterns here, man. People return to what they feel good, to what feels good, not what feels pressure. And you can't rebuild something old with the same behaviors that broke it. You can't rebuild something old with the same behaviors that broke it. Can't feel familiarity can mask incapability. Familiarity can mask incapability. Emotional urgency on one side creates resistance on the other side. Emotional urgency on one side creates resistance on the other side. Emotional urgency on one side creates resistance on the other side. When someone wants you at their level, you won't have to explain your value. You will experience it. When someone wants you at your level, you won't have to explain your value to that individual. When someone wants you at the same level you want them, when this is an alignment for you, you won't have to explain your value. You will experience your value. Not everyone in your life is meant to understand your silence. Not everyone in your life is meant to understand your silence. Not everyone in your life is meant to understand your silence.